Well, hey folks, Species 7 here, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to No Man's Land. Indeed, Farm Sim 22. I've got a whole flat of honey here to deal with. So, before we get too far in, I do thank everybody for dropping by here today, having a view of the video. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing, and of course if you like the content, new viewer or old, don't forget to hit that like button. Now, boop, that's gonna do. So I have installed that mod I was talking about, the one that speeds up factory production. And then I've advanced the time by 2 days. So we're going to take a little wander up the road here. I didn't notice any sort of real advancement in either the... This thing's hard to turn around, we'll go the long way. Any real advancements in the amount of either honey or greenhouse stuff produced. But it did say something about... Oh, that's much better. I did also add that joint ignoring thing mod, so yeah, the tractor doesn't leap on its side every time I do a sharp corner. Anyway, the other mod, they did say something about the fact that it works on monthly production values. So if your day is divided, or your month is divided into a certain number of days, it's still only working on what you'd put out in a month. I don't know. I mean, it could be more obvious. Okay, that's the grain mill. It doesn't want anything to do with this. Now, did I actually empty this stuff? Okay, it did actually all disappear, right? It's not hidden around back. I think that was the strawberries we kind of, yeah, okay. I can't quite back up far enough to get those last two here. Let me fix my angle. There we go. Alright. And we'll auto-tuck the straps away. Okay, that's our entire honey supply. Which equates to... Now this thing's not going to do anything yet, because that's all it's got. And it needs, I think, grains added. Yeah. Oh, I have to have and corn? Yeah, honey. I knew about raisins. Oh, I guess we need oats and corn. Well, Species is off to make a cornfield. No, really, I am. Oh. See, now this thing, you'll notice you can adjust the tongue angle on it. That's what that other trailer needed, because it did the same thing and came down at a really sharp angle like this, but unfortunately that left it canted way off. So if this had a higher mount, we could simply do that and adjust for it. That looks pretty level. It does drag the mount fairly low to the ground, but so far we haven't bashed anything. Well, I bashed lots of things, but I mean, haven't bashed anything because of that mount specifically. Yeah, there's the pile of very good mass. Oh. I suppose. As easily sit there as where it was. Crops are coming along. So let's tuck this in. And then let's quickly head over to where I've got my scooter stored. And we'll see what's happening. Oh, that's just gonna do that, isn't it? Fine. Let's see what's going on down at the wood end of things. Because I thought about it again. You know, as I said, I was a little leery of actually adding that mod in case it's one of these things where, you know, now every day you've got 10 stacks of furniture and 20 stacks of lumber. And, you know, like some of this stuff ends up being the 100-meter cedar syndrome where, you know, it can't be too big or too fast. Well, it kind of can. So, here we are. Now, I haven't checked this at all since I've advanced time, so I know there should be... Oh, I'll bet you we're out of wood. Yeah. We have no wood. Okay. So, this is the last one it's going to put out until we actually supply a wee bit more lumber. However, I'm going to say that we're not... Yeah, we're not exactly shy on this particular resource. But consider how long that furniture factory's been up. We've done 2, 4, 6 flats of furniture in about as many months. So, if this is based on some sort of monthly performance, then this thing is poor as heck for its output, you know? Okay, well here is one. Alright, and it doesn't have anywhere near another one made, so 3rd of May, we'll see how it goes. Actually, let's pick this up the less fling it across the roomy way, and then we can actually run with it. Yeah, so, what else we got there? Oh, we got over 1,000 liters of wood chips. Whoa, okay. That's not infallible, it just works better. I don't think the game is really designed for you to be carrying a lot of your products around, but... I mean, come on. Big, strong farmer, why not, right? Yeah, we've got, a darn good stock of this. Which isn't to say we don't need more, because, well, we do. Now, let me think here again. We are where? We're right in the middle of 56. I want to know. Let's go to the map of the world. Let's hit the hex. Okay, 56. I can't be on 56. What am I talking about? Okay. So yeah, we do. No, it definitely says 56. So I'm way over here. Okay, well we don't know anything like that. So I don't actually own this property. That's, that was pretty sneaky. So I bought it and I placed these down. We're right here, mind you, and these items I placed. Okay, we do. We own just this one. Oh. So, just off to my left. We got some pretty good field area back here, you know. This ain't too bad. But I think having it more in the area of where the mills are might be a little more beneficial. So let's grab up the big boy. Oh, I also added the mod that supposedly allows you to get your paint jobs cheaper. Because, yeah, it was kind of criminal what they wanted for paint, man. Oops. You're going to get there and go, okay, sure, I can do this, except... So when can I actually plant corn? I should think by May you'd be able to fire some corno in the ground, you know? Think? Oop. Let's have a look. Corn. We can plant corn. Yep. Ooh, it's almost too late. Wow. My goodliness. That was close, eh? Alright, let's head out there, find ourselves a suitable chunk of property, and pop down a cornfield. Cornfield. No, well, that's pretty much taken, isn't it? Uh-oh. Yeah, good job, species. What do you think? There's 3 trees in the entire area. So, yeah. So we've already taken up a pretty goodly chunk of this one. Anyway. I mean, there's sort of a spot there, but that's not exactly cornfields. Let's try on the other side of this wee thicket of brush and see what we get. Yeah, there's definitely some goodly property out here, right? Yeah, definitely. Okay, that's about our closest access to the road is right there, so... let's assume that we're going to come in right between those 2 big rocks over there. Alright. Let's load things up. Now, is there not? I thought there was a way. Isn't there something you can? I thought there was a way you could align it with the actual no. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's the actual... And it just won't do that. Oh, it does do that. Okay, now that's going to be square to my terrain. That should be alright. If I hit this and drop you down, you don't have access. What? Oh. Ready? Let's see what I've done here. Yeah, I see what I've done here. Okay. Let's bang ourselves out of cornfield. Indeed. I wish there was a way you could, like, measure the distance, you know what I mean? Oh, we got a road going through here, don't we? Well, not really, it stops. But maybe that'll be a good place for us to go. As well. Alright. Yeah, not bad. Let's go back. We're going to want this a fair size if this is going to be giving us decorum. We're going to want it a fair size indeed. Now, like I said, the cedar that I just spent $100,000 on last episode, luckily enough, has drills on it that allow us to also use it as a planter. So we've got the kit already, which is certainly going to help. Don't have to be perfect, because we are going to do the usual and run a single strip up the edges to smooth them off once we get to that point. We'll use the GPS tool to auto-align it. There we go, it should be about right. Ooh, a little too far. I could tell just as I was lowering that it was off by one bush. That's a proper farm measurement, by the way, one bush. Okay. I figure we do this length by 7 strips, maybe. See how that goes. Yeah, I didn't know it required oats and corn. I mean, you would think I've eaten my fair share of cereals and such over the years, admittedly. I mean, I either eat cereal or I eat a piece of bread and peanut butter, so it's not like I'm one of these eggs and bacon and sausage people. I don't eat sausages and bacon anyway, not since I realized I had arteries like the insides of sewing needles. But I don't think I've ever run across a cereal that was mixed corn and oats. You know? I mean, I know corn is in just about every prepared food, but even my cereals, I don't buy multi-ingredient cereals. Like, you know, Cheerios, that's a good cereal. You know what's in it? Oats. Right? How can you go wrong? You know, but it ain't oats and corn, let me tell you. You know, the same thing, I like Shreddies. You know what's in it? Wheat. You know what else is in it? Wheat. So yeah, I'm afraid I'm pretty simple. But, and I don't eat cornflakes because corn is basically not that great for people. So yeah, I'm curious as to see what they're going to make out of this. It's unfortunate that we can't get a sample of their corn oat and honey cereal. Maybe it's some kind of granola, maybe that's the deal. Because as good as some granolas are, they are definitely a multi-ingredient cereal. I mean, even if all the ingredients are good, there's still a lot of them. Alright, well that's 4 rows. I might have to go more like, yeah, it doesn't start getting steep for a while. We'll see how it goes, but I think that's probably not going to be enough rows. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I can't believe after all these years of recording with this software, I finally got around to putting hotkeys on the FPS counter and all that stuff. I mean, it's important to know, but, you know, once you've done a certain game 3 or 4 times, you can get a pretty good idea of what sort of frame rates you're getting, both while recording and while not. So, ooh. I see, it's going to be one of those games where I'm going to start running tractors out of diesel in the middle of their jobs. I mean, I'm still okay-ish here, but it's sort of the first time I can recall actually looking at how much might be in it. So, yeah, that ain't so good. Okay, track 6. Yeah, I'm thinking this might have to be a 10 by. I could see adding 40% more width and then having this as a decent sized field. It's too bad they don't have that mod that had the one roller with it, so you could make roads by either towing or pushing the roller. You know, for the rest of the painting things that you do for the landscaping, the system they have in now is much superior. But for making roads, that was ideal. I mean, that's why they make roads that way, you know? I mean, we could have just started at the edge of the field here, driven a straight line to the major thoroughfare, and we'd have been good. Now it has to rely on my drawing skills. I've given up trying to get too even here on the end. Like I say, we'll give it the 90-degree once over on each end. You even get a rumble of the plow going through the ground. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Ooh, I want to press that button. We won't. Wonder how close I was. I get a feeling I probably came up shy. That's okay. I don't know. Alright, so this is what, 8? I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that's 8. I mean, that's not a bad size field, but I'm thinking, yeah, let's go 2 more rows. And then that will be pretty darn good. This is going to be our largest field, I think. I mean, it's still not huge compared to what some of the maps run for fields. But I think it's going to do us all right. It's not like I'm cutting it for silage for cows, where I want to make 100 ton. I just want to make enough to, you know, help out the local cereal factory, man. The fact that I own it doesn't mean anything. Last one. And yeah, I think that's going to be a decent sized field. Especially when I don't know yet what size harvester. Because, I mean, we don't want something ridiculously big. Not all of our fields are all that large. I don't want something that's, you know... I think if it's same size as this plow and doesn't pass us, that'd be pretty good. 6 meter, why not? I think that's a good thing to shoot for. And I won't be too overpowered on our smaller fields either. Because the mini-map makes it look pretty small, doesn't it? Is that a decent enough size field? I wonder. they're still pretty flat here. Maybe I'll do a dozen. Oh no, feature creep. It's trying to turn the field into Star Citizen. Oops, sorry. So I had decided that, see, I used to be a goldsmith. Well, it's one of the things I used to be. But I was self-taught, and after a while I was, I guess, reasonably good at it. I had quite a healthy trade. People were very interested in my work. I did custom stuff. I carved my own waxes and then cast my own gold pieces, set my own stones, did all of that stuff. And got really good with torches for soldering and that sort of thing. What I never really got really good at was soldering with normal soldering tools, i.e., lead tin alloy with a flux and a soldering iron. I mean, I've done lots of it, just never to any correct form or standard. And I thought, well, it's never too late to do that. So after discovering that my old soldering irons were pretty much junk at this point, they were so harshly oxidized, and I know you can change tips, but mine are actually so old that they don't actually make that kind of tip anymore. And so I did buy myself a new soldering iron. I actually bought a little soldering station, something I've always kind of wanted. Okay, this is certainly, yeah, I'm happy with this. This is big enough. And I used those actually to repair my brother's mum's glasses. Came out rather good compared to the last time I did it with my old soldering gear. Wow. I mean, it's not as good as I could do with a torch, obviously, with my little micro torches, but I actually sold those a number of years ago, so I didn't use them enough to justify having something of that quality. These were, top of the line, for jewelers type of thing, micro torches. But I have decided that I would really like to bring up my current soldering skills. So I ordered a couple of kits from Banggood, as they had more of them than anyone else I could find. And when they get here, I'm going to see how I do with them. I think it's like a little digital clock and, that sort of thing. Just something that's got enough... I hate that this does this. Just something that's got enough stuff on it that you can actually get used to soldering a few components. So, we'll see how that goes, but yeah. Something I thought I would try. Oops. Well, we broke it already. That's okay. Ooh, what am I doing? There we go. There's not much point doing that if I'm not actually lined up. Yeah, this is a good sized cornfield. I think this is going to serve us well. Alright. go down to the other end, trim that off, and then we will call her a day. Alright, let's get the machines to line themselves up here, instead of trying to rely on my daftness. Alright, I think that's in far enough. There we go. I'm happy with that. Yeah, perfect. Why couldn't I do that on the other end? I probably could. Yeah. Starting to struggle a little bit. Must be getting a bit of slopage to it. Alright, let's turn off the create anything. Let's turn off the GPS. There we go. Wow. Now that is a cornfield. And yeah, I think I'll run a road this way. Possibly. Yeah, that's not too steep. Sure. So we come right around the corner of this building and we can head off down to the cornfield. That works for me. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button. It does help. And have yourselves a heck of a great day. Talk to you later. Take care of each other. And ciao for now.